Hello, everyone. It's so great to have you with me. Welcome to Empower Fantastic Life. Find your power, live without limits. So, let me ask you a question. Has your fear of hearing no ever stopped you from getting a yes? I mean, think about it. Asking for that raise, trying to make a big sale, or even just asking someone out. We've all been there, right? It's amazing how much power that one little word can have over us. Well, today, we're going to dive into how you can flip the script and take that power back. All right, so the very first thing we have to do is completely tear up our old map of what success and failure even mean. We usually picture them as these two completely different places. It's like Successville is this amazing, shiny city on a hill, and Failure Town, that's the place you do everything you can to avoid. But here's the kicker. What if that map is just wrong? What if Failure Town isn't a dead end at all? What if it's actually the one and only mandatory stop on the road to Successville? And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? On the one hand, you've got the traditional way of thinking. You're standing in the middle, trying desperately to run towards success while avoiding failure at all costs. It's exhausting. But then look at the go for no way. It's a straight line. You start where you are, you go through failure, and that's how you get to success. It's not a detour, it's the actual path. There is no other road. Okay, so if we accept that failure is a necessary stop on the journey, that completely changes how we plan our trip, right? It all comes down to the kind of goals we're setting for ourselves. See, most of us are trained from day one to chase that yes. But what if chasing yes is the very thing that's slowing us down? Let's break this down. A yes goal is, well, it's like going to an arcade and your only mission is to win one stuffed animal. The second you win it, game over. You quit while you're ahead, you protect that win. Now, what about a no goal? That's completely different. That's like showing up with a pocket full of tokens, and your goal is to use every single one. You're not focused on winning, you're focused on playing. And what happens when you play more? You naturally end up winning more prizes as a side effect. When your goal is to hear no 5 times, you have to keep asking, keep trying, keep playing the game. The yeses just start to happen along the way. The no's are your tokens, and the real mission is to use them all. And this is about more than just a smart strategy. This is about building some serious mental muscle. You see, your ability to handle rejection, it's a skill. And just like any other skill, you can get better at it with practice. I want you to picture it like a ladder you can climb, with each rung taking you to a whole new level of strength. So let's take a look at this ladder. Down at the bottom, level 1, that's where you're just paralyzed by fear. You don't even try. Move up a step to level 2, and okay, you're trying, but every no really stings. You're just gritting your teeth and enduring it. Level 3 is probably where a lot of us hang out. We get it. Rejection is part of the process. We accept it. But the real transformation happens on those top 2 rungs. At level 4, you become proactive. You actually start increasing the rejection you face because you know it's the fast track to success. And then at the very top, level 5, you celebrate it. A no is no longer a failure. It's a badge of honor. It's proof that you showed up and played the game. So just take a second and think. Where do you see yourself on this ladder today? All right, understanding the theory is one thing, but it doesn't mean much until you put it into practice, right? So let's get practical. How can you actually start using this idea in your own life? The very first principle is probably the most important one. Stop saying no for other people. I mean, how many times have we done this? We disqualify ourselves before we even start. We think, oh, that client will never buy, or there's no way they'll give me that promotion. We're literally making their decision for them. Think of it this way. Your only job is to ask the question, to make the offer. That's it. It's their job to say yes or no. Don't take their job away from them. And that brings us to the famous rejection goal challenge. It's super simple, but incredibly powerful. Step 1, set a no goal. Decide on a specific number of no's you're going to aim for this week. Step 2, track them. Seriously, just a little tally mark in a notebook is all you need. And step 3, and this is the most crucial part, celebrate when you hit your no target. Any yeses you got along the way, that's just a bonus. Your real win is hitting your no goal. When you start to really live this way, something amazing happens. It's not just that you start achieving more. It's about something way bigger. You unlock a kind of personal freedom you may have never felt before. And that freedom comes from building what we call psychological resilience. It's basically the ability to separate your emotions from the results. It's a total game changer. When a no stops feeling like a personal failure and starts feeling like just data, like another token you've played at the arcade, well, that's when you become unstoppable. You're free to try anything because the fear just melts away. And it all comes down to this one core idea. which might sound like a paradox at first, but it's 100% true. The more you get rejected, the more you succeed. You don't find success by dodging failure. You find it by running straight towards it. So I'm going to leave you with a question to really mull over. If you knew, with absolute certainty, that you could not fail, because failure itself was the whole point, what's the one thing you would finally have the courage to do tomorrow? You've been listening to Empower Fantastic Life, Jaeger Empowerment Academy. See you next time. Bye-bye.